Yo, what is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another episode of our Extreme Makeover My Team edition, in which you guys drop your squads to my tweet. Tell me whether you're current gen, next gen, and then I make the adjustments that I deem necessary. Now, I do like doing these just to kind of help you guys out. It's one of my favorite videos to record, to be honest with you, just to see the different teams and make some simple adjustments really to help you guys out, because that's all it is. I don't go in here and make some super tough adjustments. It's just the easy adjustments. And like this first squad we're gonna see here, he has 800k MT. Normally I don't spend all of that MT. I just spend whatever I think is necessary. But if you are new to my channel and have not yet, please smash that subscribe button as we are closing in on 40,000 subscribers. I can't thank you guys enough for all of the crazy recent support. So this first squad here was set in by my guy Clutch. Says he has 800k MT to work with. Also says he is current gen. So with this squad, the starting lineup is fine. All of those guys are pretty competitive type players. Obviously, you can play in a competitive game with every single one of those players. Now, on your bench, he says he's looking to improve the backup point guard position. Current gen, it's easy. Get a badged out John Stockton for under 100k, plug him in there. And then he says he's looking to improve the backup power forward position, but quite honestly, this is what I would do. I would move Wayne Embry to the 4 and plug in a guy like Chris Bosh. See, both of these additions, you're going to spend less than, combined 150k MT. And both of those are very big improvements. Now, after that, you can maybe make some more adjustments if you wanted to. If you wanted to separate Baron Davis and Dwayne Wade, you definitely could pick up a shooting guard to put there. If you don't want John Stockton, maybe you could maneuver some things, move Baron Davis there, Wade there, Brown there, and then pick up a guy like Eddie Jones. If that's what you want to do, you could do that as well. But honestly, I'm guessing since you're running Wade and Baron together, you kind of like that duo. And if that's the case, just pick up Flash Glitch, John Stockton, and Chris Bosh, both for under 100k, and this squad looks so much better. This next squad set in here is from Avery. He says he has 150,000 to work with, and he is current gen. Now, this squad's very intriguing to me, and the reason I use the word intriguing is because he's got a lot of good pieces, but I feel like there's ways to maximize a better squad with the MT. That's the best way I can kind of phrase things. But let's just go over each and every player. So Stockton, I love him. I've obviously badged him out. He's great. Eddie Jones, love him. PG, Larry, they're all fine. Now, Joel Embiid's an interesting card to have, and the reason I say he's interesting to have is because he is so expensive. And when I'm gonna look here, I'm on my Xbox right now. I can look at the price that Joel Embiid is going for, and then just kind of tell you guys why I'm saying he's expensive. So, a guy like Joel Embiid, is he a bad player? No. But is he super rare, and can you probably get 200, 300k out of him? Yes, he is so rare. And so that's the only holdback I have about Joel Embiid. If you get rid of Joel Embiid and instead pick up a guy like Chris Bosh, you're going to have basically the same success. Honestly, I might even have more success with Chris Bosh for a ton less MT. So that's something I would encourage you to do and something just to think about. Another thing to think about is if you want Embiid, if you want to keep him around, then get rid of Dwight Howard. Whatever you do, get rid of one of them. That's my suggestion. So if you want to plug in Embiid here and bring Chris Webber off the bench, whatever it may be. After that, I like Chris Paul, Scotty, RJ. I like all those. Giannis is okay. But the reason I only say he's okay is because if you're on next gen, I wouldn't touch Giannis. But current gen wise, there's just nothing that spectacular about him. And he goes for more MT than he should have. Try to pick up a badged out Andre Kirilenko, and I think you're gonna notice the success rate with AK is better than your success with Giannis Antetokounmpo. So just pick up Chris Bosh, pick up AK, save a little bit of MT for the time being, build that MT up, and then you can go crazy. This next squad here was sent in by my guy GM Supreme, who was on next gen and has 105,000 MT to work with. Now, there's no Xavier McDaniel Amethyst on the 2K MT Central website, so that Xavier is an Amethyst in his squad. Don't think just because I have it as a sapphire that it's a sapphire. It's actually an Amethyst, so something to just kind of know. So he says he's just started my team this year. What can he do? He has 105,000 MT. What are the adjustments that he can make to really take things to the next level? Now, I like a lot of what he's working with. Like a lot of his guards are who I run on my no money spend account. I like Richard Jefferson, Xavier McDaniel's fine, Sean Kemp, Thon Maker. Like a lot of what he's got going is good. Okay, not the backup power forward position. I'm gonna suggest you get rid of Andre Kirilenko and pick up either one or two options: Jonathan Isaac or Amethyst Pascal Siakam. For me, I'm picking up Spice Speed. And then at the small forward position, obviously Walter Davis. He's not that expensive. He's okay. He's pretty decent for a pink diamond. And honestly, if you have 105K, I'm fine with you keeping Walter Davis. But with that being said, if you have Walter Davis here, I'm going to suggest maybe getting rid of D'Angelo Russell and then picking up a guy like Jonathan Isaac. Now, the only reason I do that is just because I like defense, and you already have enough. If you're running Walter Davis, he's incredible on offense. Get you a little more height here in this second unit if you truly do like Walter Davis, which, I mean, for his price, he is very, very solid. So those are the few adjustments that I would maybe make. I know this squad basically looks like my no money spent squad account, except the fact that I have D'Lo over Walter. But that's honestly the adjustments that I would make. This next squad here is set in by Clueless, who says he's trying to build the best squad possible for unlimited at the start of the season, because that's what he always grinds out first. He is on current gen, has 960K to work with. Now, just with his reward players, you look through them, I'll look through them. Steph, Barron, Iggy, Cam Reddish, Wayne Embry, Blake, and Jaylen Brown. Those guys are all very competitive type players. Like, those are the cards I would say out of his team that I would be comfortable with in a competitive type setting. So let's just do this. Let's get rid of the players I wouldn't be comfortable with in a competitive type setting, and let's build from there. So the first addition I think you need to make in your squad is picking up Andre Kirilenko. Now, I always suggest AK to people because here's the thing. For his budget and how good he is, you're not going to find a better guy for the squad or for the spot than AK. Okay, you're just not. And to go along with AK, there's two other guys I personally would add. So if you want the best team possible, personally for me, you could move AK there, whatever the case may be, whatever you're more comfortable with. But if you're on current gen, I think this is the way you have to try to build your squad, because if you get the duo with Zion and AD becomes so elite. He really, really does. Now, this is not going to be a cheap duo to get badged out, but if you do it, it's going to be very incredible. Now, if you want to save some MT, you can obviously put Chris Bosh there instead of AD. But when it comes to a competitive type setting, give me Anthony Davis over Chris Bosh 10 times out of 10. This next squad was set in by my guy Anton on Twitter. Says he is on next gen and has 120,000 MT to work with. Now, I like a lot of this squad. I hate Allen Iverson. If you send me a squad with Allen Iverson, the odds of me removing Allen Iverson is 100%. I don't care if you have 5K MT. I don't care how much MT you have. I hate Allen Iverson. Now, that's just a bias that I have, but I cannot play with this card. If you love this card, that's fine. You can keep him, but I hate him with a passion. Like, I can't stand him in the game. So if you have 120,000 and you're on next gen, pick up this guy right here. Amethyst Chris Paul. That's the first thing I can suggest you to do because he is incredible on next gen. And I think you're going to have a lot more success with Chris Paul than Allen Iverson. And then after that, Cam Reddish, RJ, I love those. Aaron Gordon, Rudy Gobert. And the thing about Rudy Gobert is I don't hate Rudy Gobert. If you like Rudy Gobert, he's fine. If you like Brook Lopez, he's fine too. Those centers are fine. But I would prefer Chris Bosh over one of them, so I'm just going to plug in Chris Bosh right here. If you like Rudy Gobert over Brook Lopez, you can definitely do that, but I think you have to create some space for this Chris Bosh card. And then after that, honestly, there's not much more I can do. I would say I would prefer John Stockton over Monte Ellis. I know you're next gen, but I still would. Walter Davis for his price is fine. Jonathan Isaac, Siakam, they're fine as well. If you want to save some MT, you could plug in Gerald Wallace for Walter Davis, but that's totally up to you. If you like Walter Davis, keep rocking him out. If you're unsure about what, then yes, you can obviously plug in Gerald Wallace right there. But other than that, this squad is looking pretty good in NBA 2K21 next gen. This next squad here was sent in by my guy Taryn. It says he has 71K MT to work with and is on current gen. So briefly looking at his starting lineup, you got Baron Davis, Jay Rich, Pascal Siakam, Wayne Embry, and Chris Bosh, which I absolutely love that starting lineup. Jason Richardson is another card similar to Walter Davis. They're cheap because of the locker codes that came out, whatever. If you like Jason Richardson and Walter Davis, you can rock out with them. If you have the MT, they're pretty good for their price. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Now, with that being said, they're not that great, but I like them for their price. That's what I'm going to say. If you are no money spent and have more empty than my no money spent, yes, they are great options for the time being. Looking at his bench, Drew Holiday, Walter Davis, RJ, Xavier McDaniel, Brook Lopez. This is a great budget squad. I don't know if there's many adjustments I can make to this squad, to be completely honest with you guys. I love the Wayne Embry, Chris Bosh duo. I like Spicy P. The only thing that I could maybe suggest is I don't love Spicy P at the 3. So maybe if you wanted to choose one between Spicy P, Xavier McDaniel, choose one, get rid of one. For me, I would move Spicy P there and then pick up Gerald Wallace. But that would be my only main adjustment that I would make to this squad. Other than that, This squad is absolutely incredible, and I love your no money spent team. The last squad we are going to be going over today was sent in by my guy Evan on current gen. Says he has 70,000 MT to work with, and out of that 70,000, well, I mean, really look at his squad. It's kind of a budget squad. He really only has 2 cards that cost MT and AK and Scottie Pippen. The rest of them are reward cards. So really, he's got 70K to work with, and those are the only 2 cards to sell. So outside of that, the cards that I think you can't run anymore is this card right here, John Morant. I think that's your biggest upgrade. The rest of these guys I think I can rock out with. Even a Larry Nance, I think he can hold it down, especially on the defensive end. Maurice Lucas for the time being is just fine as well. Serge Ibaka, I forgot about him. He's not a reward player either, but he can hold it down too. So really your primary focus got to be that backup point guard position. And there's a multitude of ways you could go. But with your 70,000, I would just splurge on getting a John Stockton. Now, with that being said, can you go get a Darren Williams? Yes. If you want to save MT, can you get an Amethyst Chris Paul? Yes, you can. There's a lot of different routes you can go, but because I'm so high on John Stockton, I would be lying or not telling you the full truth to tell you that that's really the only adjustment that I personally would make to this squad. Other than that, you could rock out with this squad. You've got good rewards with Reddish, Embry, Baron Davis, Maurice Lucas, RJ. Like, you've got good enough rewards to truly make this thing happen. But that is going to be the last squad I do today. I hope your squad did come up today. We had a ton of replies to this tweet, which I can't thank y'all enough for you guys just kind of helping me out with everything, making this dream a reality, man. If you didn't see your squad, comment it down below. Me or somebody else would be glad to help you get that squad improvements that you do need. And remember, I do this about every week, maybe every week and a half, maybe every 5 days. It just depends, but make sure to stay tuned. Follow me on Twitter if you haven't yet, because that's where I do put out the tweet, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.